We're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a 50-gallon Bradford White natural gas water heater. There's your serial number. You can go to bradfordwhite.com and get it registered. Give them the serial number and your full name, street address, whatnot. Get your warranty going. It's a 1-year labor, 6-year parts on the tank. And up at the top, what we gave you is a brand new brass nipple stub out. It's copper in the wall. It's a soldered a drop air 90, so copper coming in and then threaded pipe coming out on the other side, so a wrought brass nipple or brass fitting. And then they had some galvanized pipe in here just like this one. This is the existing water heater. Over on the right, the 40-gallon, the new 50, they give you a brass stub out, so that'll flow real well. Brass shutoff valve, quarter turn ball valve by Watts, brass nipple, Falcon stainless steel connector down to a brass extension right there, so that all flows real good. Falcon stainless steel is a full 3/4 inch inside diameter, largest in the industry, also the most expensive, but that's what we like, that's what we use. Over here on the hot side, same thing. The valve is not required, but with a 2-story home, 2 water heaters, a lot of piping, there's a lot of potential for crossover. If you leave the water on the home and just get a valve over here, there's a chance someone could turn a cold faucet on. It back feeds through the hot side while this is open, sprays you in the face. So we just put a couple of valves on, shut them off, turn the water back on right away, so they've got working toilets and cold water to the sinks. Down here you got a relief valve that came with the water heater, temperature and pressure relief. Little galvanized nipple, we put that galvanized in there because it's a drain line, so no conflict there. And then a Falcon stainless steel connector over to the existing 3/4 copper tubing that they've got stubbed out of the wall for both of these condensate lines. So a 3/4 line going into a 1-inch line and then out to the side yard. We did add one piece of pipe here from there to there. All that's yours, coming out of the ceiling, coming over to this other water heater, all this venting. 3-inch single wall vent pipe, these adjustable fittings all the way down to here. We replaced this because it was a little short, so just cut a little bit longer, brand new piece, a little bit thicker gauge, and then down to the draft diverter. So that's all good upstairs there. Upper third we got an adjustable strap, lower third we have an adjustable strap, and then it's existing gas valve, same thing as that one. So we didn't do any work over here. Existing gas valve, but a brand new gas connector coming over to a new adapter tied into the controller. Right now it is set to hot, which is approximately 120 degrees. Be mindful right here, scalding risk increases with hotter water. So this one they got it up, turned up to about A. So in theory, if this water heater was functioning correctly, that's about 130. So hot 120, A130, B140, C150, very hot 160. B140, 3rd degree burns 3 seconds if you're an infant or the elderly with thin skin. 1 second, you go to the hospital. So just be mindful of that. So we leave it here for liability purposes. And I have a drain valve at the bottom. So anyways, everything here is looking good. Everything's working. Burner is lit. Should be a couple hours free of water, hot water. One other thing that we did do down at the bottom is the old water heater was leaking. It hadn't gotten real bad yet, but it had saturated the sheetrock. You know, it kind of rolled over to this side too, but we wiped it up and it's not too bad. There's a little bit of mold around the perimeter. We shot it with some Clorox and cleaned it up. We pulled off the old sheetrock, pulled off the corner bead, and then dried up that OSB board that's down there. Talked with the homeowner. She felt that it was dry enough to go ahead and just put this back on. Otherwise, we had to rip out all the OSB board, pull it up, and then once we do that, we've broken the continuous OSB board. We don't know if it's half or 3/4 down there, but continuous OSB from wall to wall. We'd probably have to build a pony wall in here to split the difference and carry the weight. At least that's what I would do because I want to make sure the water heater stays in place. But just brand new 5/8 sheetrock right there. I had to take off the corner bead, obviously, but this looks pretty good. You can see it's pretty dry out here. And so that's the only other additional work we did. Outside of that, this installation is done.